Hey, what's up guys? So, I don't know what the gameplay is going to be exactly, so I'm just going to find some gameplay that I've got lying around. But I want to talk about a few things in this video, I guess pertaining to just more or less stuff that I've been doing the past few months, honestly. And the last time I spoke to you guys, I think, was regarding that Modern Warfare 2 video. And I just want to talk about a few things related more or less to life. I've been doing a lot of work lately. I actually just got contracted for an IT company at the early month of June. I'm not going to say the company's name just for specific reasons, but I wanted to let you guys know my experience with that. So pretty much from the whole beginning of June all the way into the beginning of July, I was contracted for this decent sized IT organization, and it got me a good foot in the right direction about where I need to go and where I need to look for a job pertaining to the degree I got. I started college essentially the spring of 2015, graduated in the spring of 2017. Basically, long story short, I got a degree in computer information technology. I've got a certification for it and everything. I got my diploma and all that good stuff. I'm still working on getting a few other certifications regarding just your basic A+, your Net Plus, and security. All of that will come with time and experience and all that good stuff. And I did learn a lot whilst I was in college, and I got a job because my instructor had helped give me a reference, which I'm very appreciative of. I learned so much just in the month I was with them, but there's also a bunch of bad things I learned with just this job field. And I guess with everything, it kind of shined a light with how jobs really are in the real world. And I know how the real world works with jobs. I've had factory jobs, I've had temp jobs, I've had your regular just run-of-the-mill 9-to-5s. I've had a few different types of jobs, trying to find one that I knew would stick with me for a while after I got out of high school to just stick with, to keep me having money to pay for my bills and such as I would get through college and stuff like that. I stuck with just a regular retail job for almost 3 years, and they taught me a lot with customer service. I learned to work with people and learned to work with not only difficult customers but difficult associates. You have to deal with a lot of people in a retail store, and a lot of the times you have to deal with other associates. Now that job taught me a lot with social skills. I've not been really a very sociable person, but that job helped me get out of my shell and just learn to talk to people, even as far as just asking them how their day is and stuff like that, and learning how to engage in people appropriately. And there's a lot that goes into it that people don't think about. They think you can just talk to someone how you normally would go about talking to someone and think it'll be okay or appropriate or whatnot. Now, it's not always the scenario depending on what jobs you net and the environment in which you're placed in. This most recent job I got, the IT job, they have different types of customers than you would at the retail job. We dealt with lawyers and doctors and stuff like that. We dealt with big companies, and I spoke with a bunch of executive managers of these companies all the time. And it is a lot more stressful. These people are a little bit more particularly different how you have to speak to them. And they expect a lot out of you, which I don't blame them. They own the company, so they're going to expect a lot out of you to do your job right. You don't get paid a small amount with this job. I got paid a really hefty amount of money. But, again, it was just a contract job, and I'll get into a little bit more of what happened later on that wasn't so positive about this job. I learned so much just in the month with this job regarding my field. So there's a lot that goes into the IT field. I understood that there was going to be a lot to be learned, but I did not know how much I would take notes. I really didn't. I took notes more on this job than in the first 2 semesters of my college. Now, if that doesn't say anything, that should tell you a lot right there, that your learning doesn't stop after school, and I kind of figured that. But it really, really, really does not stop after school, especially with certain jobs that I went into. And I guess that's always going to be different. So just don't go off of what I'm saying with this video. Of course, everybody's got their own paths that they go to. I'm sure a lot of you that are watching this video right now are either thinking about going into college, which you should. Always try to go to school and find the best thing that fits you best. I know not everybody's financial situation is not the same as mine was. So find what fits you best and what you think you could pay off. I didn't go to a big university because I really didn't feel like going in debt by over $50,000, and I'm not hating on college universities at all. It's just, I knew my limitations, and I didn't want to be paying off debt for over 10 years. I just don't feel like doing that. And of course, it's not always going to be the case, but you know, you can see the statistics, man. There's a lot of people that go in debt over college, and it's just not worth it to me. I know how the job market is. It's pretty cruel and harsh sometimes, so I went to a small tech school, and it really paid off. It wasn't too expensive. I already have all the stuff paid off and all that good stuff. Like I said, I got 2 years of experience at a really good college, but it wasn't a university, so it wasn't really too involved financially, I guess is what I was trying to convey. But find what you enjoy doing, and if you can make a really good living off of it, then stick with that. And not everybody's paths are going to stay the same. I mean, honestly, I have a lot of friends that they have changed their path at least twice in college, and I understand that sometimes you may go in, you just have a mindset that you're going to stick with it. But if you hate it, there's no point, because happy money is the best money. And if you're not happy and you're making money and you think, well, I'm just going to stick with it for a few more years, or, you know, just stop. If you're not happy and you're miserable, man, just don't do it. Unless, like, you have no other option and you feel like you need to change, try to look for another job, another career path or whatnot. But don't just stick with something, because life is way too damn short. Tomorrow is never promised. And I know as cliche as it sounds, it's fucking true. You know, you don't want to be sitting here having regrets about the decision that you made in your past. I mean, I know a lot of people like to live in regret. They don't necessarily like to, but it just so happens to be a very common thing between each person from one another. But one thing I learned from just my friends, don't live in regret. You know, try to appreciate everything you can. You know, back with this job thing, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. I was really excited and thrilled when I first got the call with these people, and I got an interview set up. I always interview well. I'm very, very clean and cut to the point about my interviews. I don't ramble on, try to keep it very short. And I got started on my job, and it was very fun for the first 2 weeks. But about that third week, a little halfway through that third week to the fourth week, it got so stressful and miserable. And it really gave a good glimpse of what the whole job would probably be like as a whole. Just in the first month, you know, I already put almost 5,000 miles on my truck, because my job consists of me traveling across from client to client. And most of those miles are not paid for. And I'm using my vehicle, which is a 2001 Ford Ranger, which is very old, and it's got 300,000 miles on it. So you can guess right there, it's already ready to kick the bucket. I've had it since I was 16, so I'm 21 now. It's getting there. I'm trying to get a new car, and that was really the goal of this job, is to get my next car. I had a bunch of goals set, but there was a little bump in the road. But you know what? You gotta keep going. You gotta get back on track. So the next thing I'm going to do is just keep putting my resume out there. I updated it, so that's the plan. I told my instructor, just be looking out for other jobs that you may see down the road too. You know, she's going to help me out with that, and I'm going to help myself out as well by being active about trying to find another job. Just because that one didn't work out doesn't mean another one won't. Maybe that wasn't for me, you know. I mean, I could always find a different job oriented in IT. It can take many different paths. It's not just one specific path. That's the beauty of careers. You don't have to stick to one thing. It's not like a track. You're not like a tree. You can move. You know what I'm saying? So just find something you enjoy. And if for some reason it becomes less enjoyable over time, look for something else. And once you find something else and you feel like you're comfortable with it, leave whatever you're at and go to that job or whatnot. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I just want to talk a little bit, and it's just been something that's on my mind. Like I said, the job didn't work out for me. I got treated pretty bad near the little end of it too. And I'm not going to say the company's name just for specific reasons, as you would imagine. But just on the very end, it was a pretty miserable experience. And that just goes to show that, like I said, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. And just because something seems great at first doesn't mean it can't turn into a big problem later. So change it. It's for the best. You know, look for yourself. Look out for yourself. And take that from anything you hear in this video. That's the one thing. Just be happy. You guys, of course, have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.